of reconciliation. Anytime we talk about the blood of Christ, you must know that for reconciliation to happen, the blood of Christ is the basis of reconciliation. Pride, offenses, and echo must die. Where there must be reconciliation, pride, offenses, and echo must die. Are we together? Are we together? Because it is through the blood of Christ that reconciliation was initiated. The blood of Christ is the basis for reconciliation. And to say sometimes when we are taking the communion, we are talking about reconciliation. That's why I told you last week that when Jesus took the bread and dipped it in the blood and gave it to Judas, he was trying to tell Judas that I still want to reconcile you to myself. Judas said, no, whether you bring me to yourself or not, I will still kill you. Because my 30 pieces of number 13 to 16, quickly. You who sometimes were far away, you who sometimes live in the village,
are made nigh by the blood.
You have been made nigh by the blood of Christ. Oh, son of Jesus. So without the blood of Christ, and where did we find the blood? Where did we find the blood? When was the poor? Correct? Or say through the blood of Christ, we who were far away have been brought nigh unto God. Reconciliation. Verse number 14.
Verse 14. For he is our peace.
For God is our peace.
Who have made both one.
Who has made both one.
And have broken down the middle wall.
Has broken down the middle wall.
Of partition.
Of partition between us. So before the blood of Christ there was a wall. A wall that we cannot come to God and God cannot come to us. There was a breach, there was a wall. But the day that Christ died, there was a wall of partition was broken. So that we too can come to the throne room of grace with all boldness without condemnation. I pray for any of you that anywhere you find yourself with the blood of Jesus, that is why you cannot live under condemnation and say that I am lost than everybody. No, the blood has brought you close. Even the more you go back, the blood still draw you nigh. Because the blood of Jesus is still speaker and it speaks better things than that of Abel. Even when you think you are far away, the blood is still bring you there. May the blood bring you close. I said, may the blood bring you close. Through the cross, he brought us. This message, it's not doctrine of men. When we are talking like that, we are affirming what God has done to humanity. This is not doctrine of men. So, who are we talking about? When you are preaching like this, you could see clearly that any preacher that is preaching this type of message, one, you are not talking about yourself. Because the question is, and that he might reconcile both unto God in one body by the cross. Having slain the enmity thereby, who has slain that? You begin to ask the theological question, who has slain the enmity between me and God? You know that it's not talking about you again. When you are preaching like this, yourself doesn't come in. So you go back to the time when the man is talking about God. Nobody than God. Because you could see cross over there. Pastor don't like preachings like this. And he's saying that because what God has done for you and I, we must also try to make sure. That is why when enmity of lack of peace, you could see peace there in verse number 14. When enmity of lack of peace or confusion come between the two of you, if you know that Christ through his blood has reconciled you to God, you must make sure that enmity is broken. What was it I said? You must also try to create the peace, because the country you are coming from and the environment you find yourself, there is reconciliation. The government, the rule over there is a ruling of reconciliation. And most all the time around you want peace to prevail. Master, obi biara bibiaba asemwaba na ye kasa ojemu nanka ye tufo ye maso dembra na wakoma tenten na ye we master why you before you. Believers are given to the ministry of reconciliation. Every child of God, what Christ you are given, it's a must. You are given, not you shall be given. Every believer is given the ministry of reconciliation. You must know that. Reconciliation is not the ministry of Jesus alone. Every child of God is also given the ministry of reconciliation. He did it so that you will do it to others. So I am must for you and I, and that's my last point. Reconciliation is for all. It's for everybody. It's for every believer. That's what I'm talking about. Ministry of reconciliation among believers. It's a sign that reconciliation is given to everybody.